Good morning students. In this video we can discuss about what is meant by subroutine and how to implement subroutines by using Turing machine. So already we discussed about Turing machine. So Turing machine was the most powerful machine in formal languages and automata theory. Formal languages and automata theory. So that means with the help of Turing machine we can able to implement any language or anything. That means whatever the computations can be performed by the uh, general purpose computer, those all things can be implemented with the help of Turing machine. Okay, fine. So first of all, now we discuss what is meant by subroutine. So actually in high level programming languages, so subroutines was used to build the modularity. So that means with the help of these subroutines we can repeat the same code multiple times. So same type of concept or same type of instructions can be introduced in can be repeated multiple times. So that is nothing but subroutine. So these subroutines also can be implemented by the Turing machines. So now we observe the example, some example for implementing subroutines by using Turing machines. So there is a question: construct a Turing machine for this subroutine f of a comma b is equals to a star b. So that means which is the some function. Routine means some function. So this is nothing but some multiplication function. So here this function is used for performing the multiplication of a and b and then return the value. But here the condition is where a and b are unary numbers. So already we know what is meant by unary numbers. So that means that particular language can allows any string over the alphabet 1 only. So unary number can formed with a single symbol, that is 1 only. So that means either 1 is nothing but 1, either 2 is nothing but 2 ones, 3 is nothing but 3 ones, 5 is nothing but 5 ones, either 20 is nothing but 20 ones. In this manner we can represent the unary numbers. So now to implement this particular subroutine, so our assumption is, so we can assume some value for the a and some value for the b. So these values are decimal values, but we represent inside the input tape as unary numbers or unary values. So for example, a equal to 2 and then b equal to 3, then their unary representation is 2 ones and 3 ones. So these values can be stored in input tape in this manner. So 2 ones and 3 ones. So to separate or to differentiate whatever the a value and whatever the b value. So for that purpose we are using this some symbol that is nothing but dollar. So here dollar is just differentiates the a value and b value. So that means which indicates end of the a value and beginning of the b value. For that purpose here in between a and b we are using some identified symbol, some indication symbol. So which indicates a value is completed and b value will be started. For that purpose we can use the dollar. So now we discuss how we will go for implementing this particular multiplication subroutine. So here it was very simple to implement this program or this language. So there was a very simple approach. So that means here we are performing the multiplication. So that's why here the simple logic is, so we consider, so whatever the first symbol of a, so a value having some number, that number is represented in unary manner. So that's why with the first one of the a can copying number of b's. So whatever the value of b, so that number of that b value how many contains how many number of ones, those all ones can be copied at end of the tape, at end of the tape. So after that we can consider second one from the input a and again copy number of b's, that means b value, that is number of ones. So these values can be copied at end of the tape. So that means previously we copied some number of ones, after that we can copy these number of ones. So in this manner we can performing the multiplication. So for that purpose we can assume when we are copying the first one with a value, so that a can be marked as some symbol, and then when read whatever the values in b, so for each and every time whenever we read one symbol from the b, then go to end of the input tape and copy it here, and again go back to b value and check next value that can be marked as some external symbol and then go to end of the tape and copy it here. So in this manner we can implementing the Turing machine. So for example, now we consider, so these are the values. So this is the A and this is the B. So that means A value is 2 and B value is 3. So this is the unary representation. So A value 2 is represented in unary with 2 ones, and B value 3 is represented in unary, that is 3 ones. So in between A and B we are indicating some symbol, that is dollar, which indicates the, so before dollar whatever the ones, those all ones are belongs to the variable A. After dollar and end of the tape, in between whatever the ones, those all ones belongs to the input variable B. So in this manner, so now we consider first one from A value and mark as X. First one from A value and mark as X. So now with this marking, copied that particular one into the Turing machine and then move to B value. So that means after marking first symbol or this particular one in A value, whatever the remaining values in variable A, those all values can be skipped. That means simply move to right until we reach dollar. So whenever we reach dollar, it indicates A value was completed. So now enter it into B value. So now when read first value in B, so this value can be marked as Y and then move right until end of the input tape. So just now we assume, so we read one value from A and mark as some external symbol and move right until completion of the variable A, and take one value from B variable and mark as some external symbol, so that one can be copied at end of the input tape. So by simply we consider first value from variable A, so that is 1. So this one can be marked as some external symbol either like X and move to right. So that means to move to right. So why we are moving right? To observe or to copy whatever the values of B. So those all values can be copied at end of the input tape. For that purpose we move right. In this process, in case any ones can be readed in between recently marked symbol and dollar, these all are belongs to variable A. These all things can be skipped. We should not perform any operation. So whenever we reach B variable, that means after dollar, then first input symbol can be marked as some external symbol and move to right up to end of the input tape and copy that particular one at here. So that whatever the one copied from B, so marked from B variable, so that one can be copied at here, and then move left up to Y, recently marked external, recently marked with Y from B variable. So we move up to Y and then move left to read next value from the B. So that means now we read second value from B and copy into Turing machine and move to right up to end of the tapes. That means previously copied value, so 1. So now we copy that particular value at here and move left up to Y. In this manner we complete these 3 ones. So here, so now move to right and copy that one at here and then move left up to Y. So now this one can be marked as Y and then move right up to end of the input and then copy here. So that's why this one can be marked as Y and move right up to end of the input. So now we can copy that particular one at here and then move left. So now this del is the end of the variable B, this del is the end of the input. So now before value of the del is Y, so that means there was no B variable values to copying. So that's why we should move up to X. So that means A variable to check next one to performing the copying. So that means here, so Y after del indicates these all ones copied one times. So that's why we will go back. So while we are moving back in this process, these all Y's can be converted as ones. These all Y's converted as ones. Why? Because to copying another variable, another value from variable A, 1. So for this purpose we are again copy these b variable values into end of the tape. For that purpose, these all y's can be converted into ones and then move left up to x. So now we convert these all y's into ones and move left up to x. So now we move to right to read the second input symbol from the variable a, second one from the variable a. So now this one can be marked as x and repeat the same process. We can copy each and every one from variable b at end of the tape. So and again move back, again consider next value and again copy at end of the tape in this manner. So that's why here this one can be marked as x and move right. So now, so after x immediately dollar, so there was no 1, so that's why directly move to the variable b. So now variable b first symbol is 1, so first value is 1. So now this one can be marked as y and copied at end of the tape. To copy at end of the tape, we should skip these all ones. We should skip these all ones. When we reach end of the input, then we copy at here and then go back up to y to read next one from the variable b. So that's why now we read next one from the variable b and marked as y and copy at end of the input. So here, so this one can be marked as y and copy at end of the input. Previously 4 ones, so these 4 ones. After that we copy the next new one. So again we go back, that means move left up to y and again consider next one. So this one can be marked as y and copied at end of the tape. So again go back up to y. So now y after y, so the symbol is del. So that means there was no ones to copying at end of the input from variable b. So that means all ones from variable b was copied. So now we should move up to x to check any other values from the variable a. Any ones was left from the variable a. So there was no one. So that's why move right and again check and then go to end of the tape and display the whatever the value was stored in end of the tape. So this is the value. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 multiplies with 3 is the 6. So now the input tape after completion of this conversion, the input tape is a value is 1, 1 and b value is 1, 1, 1 and a star b. So this is the result, that is 6 ones. So that value can be stored at here. So this is the process of implementing the subroutines by using Turing machine. So now we discuss now we observe how to construct Turing machine diagram for the above subroutine example, that is multiplication. So we start with some initial state. So from initial state, first we read first one from variable a. So that one can be marked as x and then move right. So that's why first one can be marked as x and then move head direction is right side. So whenever we are moving right side direction, so in this process we maybe read number of ones. That means either a variable a is 2, 3 in this manner. So then we can getting more number of ones. So those all ones can be skipped. We should not perform any marking. So that's why 1. So that 1 is as it is and then move right. So after completion of all ones from a, we reading the dollar. So that is the separation between variable a and variable b. So now when we read the dollar, so no change. That means the dollar can be considered as dollar and then move right. So next we read variable b value. So that is number of ones. So either 3 or 5, anything. So we read 1 from variable b. So now this one can be marked as y and then move right direction. So this one can be marked as y and then move right direction. So we was moving up to end of the input. So in this process we are getting number of ones. So those all ones can be skipped. We should not perform any marking. So we read a number of ones, that one as it is and then move right. So after completion of all ones, we are getting the end of the input, that is del. So del as it is and then move right. So del after end of the input, which was contains number of del. So that means there was no symbols. That's why we leave one del and then copy that particular next del. So copying whatever the value marked in variable b. So that one can be replaced with the second del. So end of the input contains number of dels. We skip the first del and in the place of second del we can copy that particular one. So that's why the del can be replaced with 1 and then move back. That means move left. So in this process, first time we are not getting any ones. That's why immediately we read the del. After that no operation, that means del, and then move left. So now we are getting number of ones, so that's why Q6 having some self loop. So here number of ones can be no change and then move left. So here it's a small mistake. So here it was having some loop. So here that is 1, no change, and then move left. So why? Because here we are moving up to y, last recently marked symbol from B. So that's why remaining ones can be skipped when we read y. So that y can be as it is and then move right for next one from the variable B. So this y as it is and then move right. So now we read second one from the variable B. So that one can be marked as y and then move right. In this process, in case is there any ones like third one, fourth one, fifth one, those all things can be skipped, no change, and then move right. So finally we are in reaches the end of the input. So after that, previously we are marking one del replaced with 1. So that's why now we are reading 1 as the input. So that one as it is and then move right. So after that one, end of the input. So now that del is replaced with 1 and then move left. So now whenever we are moving left, so till now we are having 2 ones. So that's why those 2 ones can be skipped. So that means we should not perform any operation and then move left. So then we reach del. So next, so del, this del indicates end of the B value and then beginning of the output. So in between this del was used. So that's why this del as it is and then move left. So here there is a chance to getting any number of ones from variable B. So those all ones can be skipped and then move left. So whenever we read y, so that means recently marked external marker symbol from variable B. So then as it is, that means no change, it was not marked as anything, and then move right. So now we read third one and then that one can be marked as y and then move right. So next, actually here we consider 3, so that's why there was no ones. In case more than 3, then we are reading any one, then no change and move right. Next, del. So this del indicates end of the variable B. Variable B value was completed. And next, already we are copied some number of ones, so that's why those ones can be not changed, move right. Next, end of the input del. So now this del can be replaced with 1, that means copied 1 and then move left. Whenever we are moving left, till now we are copied 3 ones, that's why those ones can be no change and then move left. After that we read the del. This del is in between variable B and output, so as it is and then move left. So now immediately y will occur. So here there was no ones, already 3 ones completed, immediately y will occur. So that y as it is and then move right. So whenever move right, so there was no ones. So next symbol is immediately dollar. So that means all ones in variable B was copied at the end of the tape. So that's why. So now each and every y can be converted as 1 and then move left. So that's why all y's can be converted as ones and then move left. After that we reach the dollar. So that dollar is as it is and then move left. So next we are getting some variable as 1. So that one is also as it is and then move left. All ones can be skipped. Whenever we reach x, then as it is no operation and then move right. So that means first one converted as x, that's why we reach x. After that we reading the second one from variable A. So now this one can be marked as x and then move right. Same process can be repeated. So after completion of the same process, finally, so we are getting back up to del. So previously after del, whenever we are moving left, actually variable A is 2, so that's why 2 iterations completed. After that, so next value is dollar. So next value is variable okay, right. So previous value is variable x, so that's why we converted as ones and then move left. So now all x can be converted as ones and then move left and then accept that particular Turing machine. So here why we are changing that particular all ones as x, all x's as ones means to display the output. So that means what is the variable 1, what is the variable 2, and then what is the result. For that purpose all x's also converted as 1. So why? Because in above we discussed after completion of the Turing mission, this is the input tape. So here after copying all ones, so now these x is also converted as 1. So for that purpose we take this transition, x can be converted as 1 and then move left, and any number of x can be converted as 1 and then accepted. Halt indicates accept. So this is the Turing mission for subroutine multiplication. At the same way we can also implement either subtraction and addition, anything. Thank you.